Hello guys, back here with another video, and today I'm here to talk about the first abs competition. ABS Advanced Barbell Systems out in Ireland. They're the ones that run the Clash of the Titans, they run the Reach Rumble in America, and they've got their pro competition they run every year as well. This is like the 7th year they're running that. So they're really making a run for it in powerlifting. I spoke to the guy that runs it, Jay Farrett, a nice guy. He's got his business focused on what he wants to do with powerlifting, where he wants it to go, and how he wants his organisation to be at the forefront of powerlifting. So we talked about that. It's out in Ireland. It was my first international of the year, first time getting on a plane since Malta last year. So what's that, end of August, September, October, November, December, January, February. It's been 6 months since we've lifted internationally. So what went down? Well, I was sick as all hell. I was stopping in a room, and the Thursday night, so going into Friday, we landed on Thursday evening. Weigh-in was Friday, and Thursday night I wouldn't stop being sick. I was sick everywhere. I couldn't keep. I didn't even try to eat. I was just trying to drink to get liquids in me. We don't make excuses. It is what it is. It took a long amount of time of being told, Greg, you was sick as hell. Why are you? Why are you not happy? Settle for not hitting the PB. But no, it eats me alive. I just like to give you, because I feel I've let supporters down. I'll get into that in a bit later, because I'll tell you why in a bit. So we'll talk you through the experience. Got weighed in. It was 12 o'clock weigh-in in the afternoon. Slap bang in the middle of the day. 80.9. I was umming and ahhing whether to go for the wrapped 90 kilo deadlift world record, but decided no, I'm in a bad way. Let's guarantee we can win the comp. I don't want to be those extra few kilos heavier potentially for a record I might not even get, and I don't want to risk losing the comp. First priority is always win the comp. So got back to the hotel. I slept. I slept, and I think I slept from about 2 in the afternoon to about 6 in the morning. Just constant. Just. Anyone that knows me, I don't sleep that long. I have a lot of trouble sleeping. Sleep's the worst thing I do. The effort is there. I just struggle with sleep. I'll bed in at like 8 o'clock. Phone's off, lights off. I sleep, but my body will wake up at 2 and be ready to go. I'll do this creepy ass thing where I'll just sit up, like look around and like I'm ready to go. I wake up and I'm pumped. But maybe I just need 6 hours. I don't know. I wish I could be getting 8, 9. I give myself a chance for 9 hours every night, but don't take it. Something I need to work on. That is it. Something I need to work on. So woke up. I felt awful. All morning I was trying to convince myself, yeah, I'm good. Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, I'm good. I hadn't ate for if that was Thursday night. I had some at 8. Friday night. It was about 40 hours I hadn't ate before the competition, and then the competition duration. I couldn't eat. I remember I drank a pre-workout, and my stomach just bloated as hell. Like, I make it nice and strong to prevent that. Maybe 100 ml of water for like 3 scoops of this stuff. I shake that up, and it's awful. Grainy and but it gets the job done. May as well be a dry scoop, to be fair. But warm-ups, it moved okay. At the end of the competition they gave us a score sheet with the numbers we hit and all sorts of stuff like that. Squat up, I will show you they put the videos on the Lift Pass, which is sort of like their paid for streaming service, which I'm quite annoyed that I can't view my competition now, because it's got a long time period where it's like being transitioned from live to its archive, and that's very annoying when I paid €10. for competitions that you watch mainly on YouTube, for that to happen, it's very annoying to not be able to watch it. I paid for that. Because I'm there in person, I paid for it to watch it afterwards. And I'm very annoyed that I can't do that. It's let themselves down a tremendous amount, which you wouldn't mind if the live stream had been taken off YouTube, but you paid for it, so you expect better. But I hit 250 opener, 265 on the second, and chose not to take a third because I was complaining about me having soft knees, which, again, if that's what they want, I couldn't lock my legs out anymore before the start command. I had to re-rack the second. Which, again, I can't lock out more than that. It was locked. It's how I've locked for BPU, it's how I've locked for WRPF, it's how I've locked for IPF, it's how I've locked for WPC in Ireland, in Hungary. I'm very consistent like that. So if they're not happy, potentially because the competition was all sleeve lifters, lockout will look different in wraps to sleeve, especially on a smaller lifter. I wrap very centrally, so my leg does look puffed out. So maybe that, but now we take it as it is. I'll be holding each squat rep in each set. I'll be pushing my knees out, trying to not hyperextend and break my knees. But we got 265, 2.5 kilo below competition PB, but it was 10 kilos below what we did in training. I was really not happy with that. But we took it. We chose not to do the third. It was a false judgment with having to pick it up, walk it out and put it back, then pick it up and walk it back. So we probably could have hit the 270, but my hamstring has started flaring up again after I injured that, so I thought let's leave that. Let's leave that. 5 kilos, it's not worth risking the injury. Especially in a flight of 8 with everyone in sleeves, they're running straight out, hitting their reps nice and fast. Me, 8 people, take the wraps off. That's 2 minutes with the wraps off before we start wrapping back up. So 2 attempts was definitely the right choice. Moving on to bench. Bench felt okay, to be fair, in the warm-ups. Smashed a 140. Open 150. I was happy with it. 160 move, it looked fast, but it felt heavier. I thought 162. I was talked into, 165, match that PB. Come on, you've not hit that number in 7 months. I'm like, you know what, go on. We've come here for summer. Let's not be conservative. It looks like we're going to win the competition anyway. Let's put all chips in the middle, and it almost paid off. A number that I thought I wouldn't get, I was about an inch off getting. I was proud, very proud of myself for having the courage to go and attempt that weight, especially with where I was feeling bad. I was very proud that I said, you know what, go on, let's have a go. And like I said, if it would have paid off, I'd have been very happy to have matched that number. Moving on to deadlifts, I was very, very worried about this with the injured hamstring. Because that flares up more on deadlifts and squats. Don't know why it does. I guess I'm more quad dominant squat and a more hamstring dominant deadlift. I don't know. So after that, we warmed up. We stuck with the 270 opener. We got it. Probably a tad slower than I'd have hoped, but we got it. We went to 290 second, which moved tough, and tried 292.5 on the third, which got it above the knees, but that was that. It wasn't happening. We gave it everything we'd got. I think we have truly learned we can only go big one time on deadlifts. That's it. One shot. If we don't get it, we don't get it. If we get it, boom, woohoo. We've got one big deadlift in us. That's to anyone that's taking me on. You've got one big deadlift. I've got one big deadlift. I can't do 2. I ain't got a second attempt or a third attempt, however you want to look at it. I go all in, and that's that. So 715 total. I believe that's 2.5 above my. That's 17.5 below my all-time PB, I believe, or 22.5. I can't remember which one. Yes, 22.5 below my all-time total PB. I'm very disappointed. It is what it is. We took it on the chin. We did win a nice trophy, which I've ordered a frame for. Very nice trophy. and can't wait to go out abs again. Won the Teen 6. I will not be at Teen 7, but whoever wins Teen 7, get out to Teen 8. We will have a match. We will see who is the true champ. You know, you put your Teen 7 against my Teen 6. Teen 8, we'll find out who's the real man. So, thank you for joining me. I'll play the videos that I have got, that I was able to get off the live stream before it was taken down. But that's a wrap. Moving on to the next competition in a few weeks. So, thank you for joining me, and until next week, keep lifting that big weight.
Gregory, Mr. Hype Man, rocking the white singlet. Dude's ripped to hell. 270 kilos opening. Solid opener. Boys. So here he comes. Here comes Gregory. Very hyped up, very energetic. Slow off the ground, up over the knees. I think he's going to lock this out. Yeah, that's a lockout. That looks good. For a second, I don't know how much more he has in him.